Hey, grandparents, let's talk about tech. Now, I don't know about you, but I get a little frustrated still. I love technology, I use it every day, but it moves so fast, doesn't it? And I just didn't grow up with a computer in my hand, and so it's a struggle once in a while. And I'm sure if you're of a certain age, you feel the same. So, here are some truths about technology before we dig into talking about our grandchildren and technology. First of all, it's ever changing. Yeah, it is. It's just going to be that way. It's ever more complex. There's an app for everything, there's a million ways to do things. You can pull up tens of thousands of websites on a Google search. So, it is abundant in its nature. And then here's the new one: AI is solidly with us. If I'm being totally honest, it creeps me out a little bit because it seems like my cell phone is reading my mind half the time, which is a little disconcerting. But there are other times I like it because it does, come up with some good things and it sends me content that I'm interested in. It does remind me of certain movies, however, where AI takes over the world. So we'll see how that all works out. Anyway, how do we embrace it with our grandchildren? They are living in a technology world that will be so much different by the time they're our age, it won't even be funny. I don't even think we can imagine what it'll look like by that time. So, here are some thoughts on embracing it with them. Don't fight it. There's no point in fighting it, it's a losing battle. But ask them questions about what they're doing, how they're using technology. All of my grandchildren now do their schoolwork on tablets that they bring home. They don't have lots of books, they bring it all home in a tablet. So it's really important the tablet doesn't get lost or broken because that's how everything functions now. Ask some questions about it. What do they like? What are some of the things they do in their classes? Here's another one: don't try to be the expert unless you are, because chances are they know more about a lot of this than you do. I know my grandkids do. Sometimes they say, "Oh, just do this, Nani," and voila, problem fixed. Find areas of common interest, though, and try and integrate some of your interaction with your grandkids into the technology world. Not all of it, of course. I love just quiet moments with grandkids or funny moments where it's just people and no tech. But there are some fun things that you can integrate into your relationship with your grandchildren. I have one grandson, Christian, who sends me art all the time. He does these coloring things that are really complex and beautiful, and they're video. And it's an app, and he sits and does it, and then he sends it to me, and I get to enjoy it. I had no idea there was such an app, but I've enjoyed seeing how much he digs into it and finds unusual designs and sends them to me. So it's just a little bit of special communication with that particular grandchild. And sharing pictures or memes. It's fun to share family pictures with grandkids, theirs and yours. I've asked my granddaughter to send me pictures with her friends when they're out at ice skating or something. And you get to see little parts of their lives, the things that they're doing when they're not with you. And then here's one I haven't mastered yet, but I keep kind of, it keeps bubbling up, and it's WhatsApp, a way to communicate. And, it came up in traveling context as being a way to communicate. And so I've invited, my grandkids to WhatsApp, and we'll see if that ever develops into a way that we continue to communicate even when we're in places where our regular iPhone or cell phone service doesn't work as well. So make technology a way of connecting with your grandkids. Embrace it with them, connect with them through it. Don't make it a barrier. Don't mock that the world has become so technology driven. Of course, those of us who grew up in an age that didn't have all of it have some emotions about, life was simpler in many ways, but there are some conveniences that we all enjoy if we're honest. And let's not diss the world that our grandkids are growing up into, because they will have to deal with it. It will be a part of practically every moment of their life going forward. Their schooling, their business world, their creative world, you name it. It's going to be there. And don't make it a way of criticizing their generation. It's one of the hard things I think we as human beings do is that we pick apart those around us, and we pick apart the generational differences. We are wiser to enjoy and embrace some of those differences and see the beauty in them, see the risks. In one of our videos this month, we'll talk about some of those risks when we talk about online safety and digital safety. But see the benefits too, and don't make it a generational break. Make it a way of just interacting, learning from one another, and embracing technology together. Be grand, my friends.